Hi, my name is Anderson Wu, and this is my demo for my final project for cs180. So, my AI app is a AI relationship summarizer slash helper. So, it's a terminal app that when given a user's input about a situation, certain situation or certain problem she or he has in their relationship, the AI is going to return first a summary, and it's gonna give practical advices using the Google Gemini API, and then it's gonna store locally in the using SQLite, so a user can always go back and review them later. So one thing is that this app is for educational use only, and it's not a replacement for therapy, emergency help, legal advice, or professional support. So yeah, just have to get that out first. So first, let's look at my structure. So uh, under interface, the CLI.python, uh, since this is the interface code where it's just a very simple terminal-based app. And then next is engine, like I said, we're using Google Gemini API. And then under prompts, these are the main prompts or wrappers that guides this AI to return and think the way I want it to think. So yeah, it's under engine, which is the backend. And then this is storage. And then under data, this data is stored locally for now, but of course it could always be implemented further. But yeah, let's just get straight into a demo. So demo of the actual app. So under the Python environment and the terminal, we can just run. And of course, the other instructions are under the readme.md, so it will be clear. So after running main, it's gonna get us into the AI relationship summarizer. Wants us to describe a relationship situation, and then of course, so here's the example situation. So my partner and I keep arguing about plans. I feel like I'm always the one trying to organize things, and when I bring it up, they say I'm overreacting. So the user, given this prompt, he's confused and probably also don't know what's the next step to do. But that's totally normal. The user might need help, but he doesn't want to get help from friends. He doesn't want to let them know. But yeah, let's just enter. So of course, if I'm having an argument with the other half, or the user is having the argument with the other half, and it's through online, they could always upload a picture of their text and something, and then yeah. But we don't have that now, so we're just gonna skip for now. So it's gonna analyze. So yeah, first it's gonna give us the situation summary. This is the main good point, because sometimes when we first enter the prompt or the situation, the user might not enter everything or every details, or the AI app might confuse it with another situation because it's too broad. So it's gonna give us a situation summary first, and if this is not correct, the user could always edit this and then give at the very bottom we could use the analyze another situation and then copy paste our situation into that. So yeah, and then next it's gonna point out the main issue. So for this example, it says that it's appears to be an imbalance in shared responsibility for planning and organizing. So it points out the main issue, and then also gives advices on what to do. So first, it also cares about users a little bit. It cares about how the user is doing. But of course, it's also point out that it's not professional therapy, legal advice, and it's gonna at the very bottom you see there's a risk safety flag that it's gonna flag anything that is dangerous or might be dangerous. So it's also going to give us advices on what next step to do. And this is going to give clarity to the user, because usually when they're in need in this, for example, the prompt, he's arguing about the plans, uh, he's pointing out the problem the other half is saying to them. So yeah, so let's see, wants us to calm the moment, express feelings, and then other steps too. And it also gives a suggested message on how the user can reconnect or discuss with their partner. And yeah, basically that's it. And then uh, first one is of course analyze the another situation. But if, for example, given this situation, we can put it have this situation summary again, and then, for example, let's say we completed the next step, we can just write it in our original prompt again. So given this prompt, you can say that, oh, I did this to solve it, but we're having another problem, or he or she is bringing up another problem. So we can just press option 1 to continue analyzing. So yeah, we're gonna do actually right now do an example of let's say our partner get back, and then we followed the advice by our partner get back, and now we're having a new problem. So we're gonna do one, so analyze another situation, but of course it's gonna be based on the original situation. So the original prompt was, oh, my partner and I keep arguing about plans, something like that, and then I'm gonna paste it here, and then I'm gonna have a pre-written thing. So I feel like I'm always the one trying to organize things, and when I bring it up, they say I'm overreacting. Then I followed your suggestion and expressed my feelings, but then they replied how I didn't understand them, uh, and she doesn't like the fast-paced planning. She feels tense. So we followed the advice of the AI app, and then we talked to our partner, or the user talked to the partner about it. But then she also come back with us with another situation, not like a problem, but it's a back and forth, right? And then now maybe the user doesn't know what to do next, so we're just gonna uh, do this edited prompt, or should I say original prompt, and then with the addition of what happened next. So we're gonna enter. It's gonna analyze. Yeah, so let's take a look at this. So of course this is really similar as what at the very beginning, and then of course the situation summary is not the same because the situation isn't the same. It's progressing, right? Um, Your partner then articulated their own tension and discomfort with fast-paced planning, indicating a difference in planning preference and communication styles. So it continues pointing out the actual problem, and then gives you advice, on what to do next, and then also suggest messages. And then once the user is done, or they think they're done for now, then they could just exit. Yeah. And that's basically the end of my demo. Yeah, thank you very much.